Alright, good morning folk. Welcome to another episode of Ask the Chief Streaming. I am your host, Chief Sarcan, and today I'm playing The Elder Scrolls Online. I played it a bit yesterday to get my feel of it because, to be honest, I know very little about the entire universe of The Elder Scrolls. I haven't played hardly any of the games. I think I played Skyrim long enough to get chased out of the city by a dragon, and that's about as far as I played it. Not because I wasn't interested in it, I just had so many other things to do. So with this being an open beta weekend as far as no NDA, I figured, you know what, let's jump right in, let's run around, see what I can discover, and then let's talk about it. And so that's what I'm here today. I have leveled up to level 6 already. I'm here on my Nord Templar, and this is me. I'm going with the basic two-handed weapon philosophy at the beginning with magical support. And so you can see here I've been beefing up my magic so I can use those finishing abilities that I've plugged in. I'm keeping fairly good stamina, and my health is default just because I'm a Templar. It's pretty high. So this is kind of how I've been building my character. I'll show you my skills currently. I'm working on the Arctic Spear class under the Templar, and I'm focusing on my biting jabs ability for that, and I'll eventually pick one of these others as I continue to level up. I am also focusing on two-handed weapons. Right now I'm carrying an axe, but in this game all two-handed weapons are treated as the same skills, and I've morphed my first abilities to cleave and critical charge, and I'm hoping to get some passives here pretty soon. I'm doing an interesting thing, a little bit different than probably is design, but I have a mixed bag of armor because I found out an interesting thing in this game. Based on what you use is what you level. So if I wear a couple of pieces of medium, a couple of pieces of heavy, and a couple of pieces of light, I level them all at the same time. So that's basically what I've done. I'm mainly focused on my heavy armor because of my class, and I've put points into resolve to increase my armor and my resistance because I'm doing melee damage, I'm getting in the face of things, so I have put points in there, and I'm working it up. But I also maintain a couple of pieces of medium armor, so I'm leveling it even though I haven't spent any points yet, and I have a couple of pieces of light armor that I'm leveling, and I will be putting points eventually for my magicka regeneration because I am using an ability that uses magicka. And you can see here at the bottom I have my crit charge, which is pretty much I start off every attack. Then I have my carve, which is based off my stamina that does damage. And then I'll usually finish them off with the biting jabs. Now my world ability, Consuming Traps, I am using this mainly for the dot effect and to keep in supply of the crystals for magic weapons, and we'll get to that in a second. So you come down here and you got your soul magic ability, which is a Consuming Trap. I'm also racial, so I got Nords, so I have a bonus to the whole two-handed weapons automatically as a passive, which is kind of the way I built this. And then I've been working on my crafts a little bit by discovery and crafting, and we'll get into crafting as I get to that point. So rather than just belabor, I'm going to play and let you ask questions if you want to ask questions. I know there's lots of shows out there. I know there's lots of people that are probably much more knowledgeable than I am, but I wanted to have fun and have you come along for the ride. So let's do this. So right now, as you can see, I am in Foyen, which is the area immediately after the starter island. And I've been running around in this area a little bit, but I have a mission to go up here and light the signal fire. I also have a mission to find the guy that we got out of the prison, but I haven't got to that part yet. So let's do this. Let's run around and have some fun. As I said, feel free to ask questions. I'll talk about different pieces of things as I go along. So as you can see here at the top, you have like this compass thing. It always tells you what direction you're facing. And it's got different symbols of where you go. So like the little arrowhead type symbol pointing down is where your objective at. So if you look at your map, it's going to say I'm looking at my objective, which is here. But it's got a circle around it saying you basically can't go directly there. Then you have the arrowhead pointing into a building, which I'm not exactly sure what that means, honestly. Oh, that's the sub-objective, which is the secret tunnel. And I'm an obsessive collector, so if there's loot to be picked up, I will be picking it up and harvesting it. As you can see, you have access to all harvesting skills. You search the crates, everything you come across, you're going to want to look and see, just by mousing over, if you can search it and pick up the stuff that's in it. In some respects, I feel like I'm just a constant thief because I'm just constantly raiding bags and boxes. Especially in the supply tunnel. But the thing about some of that is you have to, especially bookcases, because bookcases will have skills for you to learn. Barrels have lots of food for provisioning, so you can cook up some buff foods. So everywhere you go, you want to look at every single bag and box and see if there's anything you can loot as you're running along here. I've already been through here once, and so most everything's probably empty. And we'll go up the secret tunnel. Alright. And we come out, and we gotta go light the west fire and the east fire. So we'll go up the road. And I like to pan my area quite a bit because I'm looking for the rune cairns so I can craft with them, and I'm also looking for harvested goods like these plants because that'll let us make potions and stuff. And you just use your E key to activate a burn. Ooh, it's green. That's an interesting fire. Oh, there's a rune cairn. So that's why it's tan. You gotta pay attention because you want to collect these runes so when we get to the rune table we can craft with them. It's surprising that I see a lot of people run past the rune cairns all the time. But runes are needed to be able to basically enchant your gear. I guess I could segue over to show you my gear currently. So I showed you that, right? Let's look at my inventory. So right now I've got a helm, but you can see it's got no enchantments, but I made it. Same thing with my shoulders, my armor, my belt, my gloves, my pants, and my boots. So these are all craftable. They're also dropped. Then you got these spots. You'll get costume pieces that come from quests. I haven't found any costume pieces yet that you just get to keep, but I'm sure they're out there. And I have not found anything for jewelry except the piece that we were given on the very first quest. I haven't found a way that you can actually craft jewelry, so I don't know if it's even in or it's planned. But right now it seems like you're only going to get those from quests and drops. And then your weapon slots. And then when you get to level 15, you'll be able to equip a second weapon hot swap between. So if you wanted a ranged and a melee, or you wanted a magic and a physical, you could swap between. More defense, low defense, whatever. So that's your basic character slot. Your inventory is pretty robust. You have lots of ways to filters. This is your all, or you can just display weapons in your inventory and it'll automatically compare for you. Same thing with armor, if you find armor. Consumables. Now consumables are interesting. These are your restore health stuff. I'm kind of disappointed that these aren't needed more often. I find I almost never use my potion abilities. And the way you equip those is you put them up on a quick slot. So you put them out here in this spiraling thing and you use your Q key to say consume whatever's in spot 1. Or if you hold it, then it'll pop up the menu and then you can highlight which one you want to consume with your mouse and it'll consume it instead. And obviously you can only put stuff that is quick slot available. You go back to your inventory, then all your crafting materials will go into this slot and they stack up pretty well. And then you get your miscellaneous. Now, pretty soul gems are the way you charge your weapon. So if your weapon has a magical bar, or your armor has a magical bar that's consumed over time. So for example, I put a rune on my axe that does shock damage when it hits something. If this blue bar expires, basically the batteries are expended. You have to use one of these full soul gems to recharge it. And you use that with your world ability. You have to kill something while you have the world ability on that creature to fill an empty soul gem if you have one in your inventory. If you don't have one, you can't fill it up. So, and these are purchased. I actually, before I realized what they were for, I bought a whole bunch of them, wasted a bunch of money, because you only need a few of these because you can charge them up pretty quickly. But anyway. Lessons learned, and quest items would go in here. So if you get quest items, they do not take up inventory space. They will just be listed here. And then any junk you would get would be listed here. So that's the basic way to read your inventory. Your character slots, we kind of went through this already. This tells you your basic thing. Your magicka is your ability to do spells. Your health is your health. Pretty simple. And your stamina is your ability to do sprint, dash, sneak, physical abilities, so on and so forth. We went over skills. You also have a pretty robust journal system where you get pretty in-depth text when you read and where you're at on those, and you can change focus by just clicking on it and right click and set focus or show on map, so on and so forth. You also have your lore library. As you learn things and read things in the world, you're going to find stories. And you're going to be able to come in here and read them again later as you find them. And then you also can find your list of achievements, things you've done. Like here, I've harvested 100 craftable nodes. You know, you can find out all your different achievement system. And it's a pretty big achievement system. It's kind of cool that they have so many things. Let's show earned. I haven't earned any fishing achievements yet. Oh no. So on and so forth. So. Over here you have your map system, pretty basic map. You can scroll out and in with your weapon, your mouse. They do have a neat thing that goes above and beyond the questing. So here's a quest location to go, but say I needed to do something else. I could set, oops, what did I just do? Oh, I zoomed out. I could set with my F key and say, well, no, I actually want to go over here. And now it adds a new marker on your little compass at the top of the screen that says, hey, this is a place I want to get to eventually. Don't let me forget to go there. So you'll have 2 or 3 or 4 markers for quests and then the one you personally set. These map items means it's a location that you found that goes towards your world exploration, and so on and so forth. So let's get back to questing. I think I covered everything on that menu. Oh, nope. You also have grouping functionalities. You have contacts. These are friends lists. Joining and creating guilds. You can also have alliances. That's for the PvP effects. I haven't explored that, so I really can't answer any questions there. And then you have a mail system and a social system that you can click on from up here on this menu. Now that I've bored you to tears with covering all the basics, let's get back to questing. We gotta light this fire. Burn, baby, burn! Alright, return to Dalmor. So if we look at the map, return to Dalmor is over there. So we can just follow the road down. But I never like to do that. I like to explore. I like to look in the nooks and crannies and see stuff I can find and harvest and just randomly explore and quest and kill things and just, you know, it is a very beautiful world. They've really outdone themselves with the almost realistic look to things, which is the art style direction that they went. Yes, falling down does hurt. Oop, there's that tunnel again. We'll just... Ooh! Oops. Somebody help me. pot. I got a buff. So this game really feeds to my obsessive compulsive nature to just collect things, because you can harvest and collect things all over the place. I mean, just running along and there'll be a plant or a iron node or whatever, and then you just go have fun and craft. So I'm just basically following my quest hub item there at the top of my screen, but let's go ahead and search. It's amazing how even if you've searched something, you can go back in and look again. So you come in here. Now if I want to use the cooking fire, we'll cover basic crafting now. So when you craft, you can click on the crafting station for the type that's gone, and you have a number of options. You can look at things filtered for all, or you can say I have the skill and I have the ingredients, and it reduces the list. And then you basically can just cook up everything in your inventory. As you can see here, I don't know a lot of recipes yet, but it will tell me what I can craft. And the nice thing about this is even if I stick this stuff in my bank, I still have access to it from the crafting station. So especially for provisioning, because I find so much stuff in the world, I just craft it all up and work on leveling up my crafting. I literally just burn up the supplies because it all stacks with what's in my inventory, and I find plenty of it, and space is a premium, so if I don't use it up, well, I'm gonna run out of space in my inventory anyway. Oh, I just got my provisioning to 6. And the way you learn recipes is you find them. You find them on bookshelves. They can be drops from creatures. You can find them in chests if you figure out how to pick locks. Still haven't been successful with picking locks yet. And I don't find that many lockpicks, so I haven't had a lot of practice. Crafting is rather simple in the execution. It can be very complicated in the knowing what to make when philosophy. So now we can look in our inventory and we can see we now have a whole bunch more of these items, and you can tell by the exclamation at the front, meaning this is new items to my inventory since the last time I opened my inventory. And it looks like we suffered the UI bug. Common problem right now in beta is sometimes when you disengage from a merchant or crafting station, you have to reload your UI to reset yourself. It's beta. But see, look at this. We found more stuff right off the bat. Now here is an example of finding a book. I'm not going to read it, but in finding these books the first time, sometimes they'll award you stuff like this would have awarded me a point in using a bow as a weapon. Even though I've never equipped a bow, finding this book and telling me a story gives me skill in bows. And that's how you find new recipes, new abilities, so on and so forth. And so, like you said, just you look in every basket, and then we leave. And actually I can use the cooking fire again because I knew I got enough ingredients to make another item, and there's no reason to walk out of here with them. And let's go. So feel free, shoot me some questions here.
Foyen is under attack.
Oh, there she is. I'm gonna say talk to her. Where is she? She's over here.
Thank kind you've returned. Everyone, they've gone to war.
Oh,
And they're
we get a new
outnumbered.
axe.
I fear everyone we
Very
know
good,
will
man.
be dead before the...
My family was happy. Well, maybe
The Covenant attacked in force when they saw
Ooh,
the
we leveled
signal
up a little bit.
fires. Hold up. Captain Rana learned of a second force headed to the Balfoyen
As you can tell, there is
docks.
voiceover acting
She's
on
leading
the
a group
quest.
of warriors to repel that attack, but without aid. I'm afraid you...
I know it's a hard choice, but you must go to the fort or the docks. Lend your strength where you think it's needed most. I don't know. Maybe I can help you talk it out. Oh, I want to think so, I really do. But the Bretons are known for their magic. If they could find a way through, or I trust you. You've already saved us once. If you decide to go to Rana's aid, I know it will be the right call. Captain Rana knows.
It's like we have a decision to make.
And she has capable people with her, including my daughter. But the docks have no walls, no defensive position. I did. Trinhild is proud and stubborn, like her mother used to be. No idea. Perhaps their generals don't see a mud brick village as a threat. Way about.
Alright. So we can go inside here. And now we can do a little crafting, cleanup, talk to vendors. So you can tell by highlighting over them. It tells you what they are. So he sells weapons. He's a woodworker, so he's going to sell bows. Here's an enchanting table. So remember I was saying you have to collect runes. Well, the interesting thing about runes is you have to learn them. And basically what you do is you're going to open up here and you're going to pick phrases. And you're just going to have to fill one square, one, whatever you call this shape, and one circle across here and see if either A, you know it, or you can learn it. Red runes means you haven't leveled up high enough to be able to use it. And all the others are here. So you can just click on one, double click to add it, and you just pick 3 randoms, or if you know what you're looking for, and it'll tell you if it's unknown. If it's unknown, you're going to craft it and attempt to learn it. So we'll just hit R, and we're going to craft this rune, and it's going to tell us what it is. And now we've translated this rune. It says we got the Haku, which is disease, and the Jejoda, which is fine. So we exit that, and now we can just try and craft something else. So we'll pick up a new one. It says it's unknown, and we're just going to burn through our runes this way, learning runes. That says for armor. Cool. So now we're going to see if we can figure out some more while we still have some runes. And this is why I say when you're out in the world and you see those rune stations, you want to collect them all so you can try and figure these out. And if you already know it, it'll tell you, oh, you've already learned this one, so we'll empty it and we'll start again. Looks like we know that one too. Oops. The wrong button. Know that one. Ah, here we go. We finally found another one we don't know. Alright. So, it looks like I've crafted everything new that I possibly can craft. Now here's where you can come back in and say, oh, well I want more of something. Let me craft it. Oh. We glitched out. So now what you're going to do is you're going to open your inventory. You're going to go to your miscellaneous and you're going to go, oh, these are the runes I just crafted. And you can break them apart and recover the rune stuffs, or you can attempt to use them, or you can sell them. As you can see, they don't sell for very much. So we're going to look here and go, this one can be applied to an armor piece. So this is wonderful. I can use that. This one can be only applied to jewelry. Well, the only jewelry I have is this ring, and it won't take an enchantment. This one goes to jewelry. This one goes to a weapon. Well, I already have an on my weapon. So really the only thing I can use is this armor one right now. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick your piece of armor and you're going to right click it and say enchant. It's going to bring up a menu and it says which glyphs that's in your inventory or your bank can you currently use. And then you have to click on it and say enchant it. There's no success, there's no chance of failure. And now you can see I have a blue bar on there that says I've added 7 stamina to my chest piece. And there we go. So now, knowing that I could do that, I can make more of them. I could also, like I said, break these down. This one's got disease resist, and this one's got crushing. So we can go back in here and say for space management, you don't want to use those runes. You can go to extraction, and now it says, hey, do you want to try and recover something from this rune? So you click on it, add it to here, you hit R, and it's going to try and recover some of those runes. And I got an Oru back in my inventory. And basically I'm just going to extract all these just because I don't have the storage right now, and it's beta. It's going to go to waste if I don't use it anyway. So now I can go back to here, and you can highlight the runes and say, oh, I want to make something. Well, all it does is break the runes down with what they say, not what you can craft. So you still have to remember the phrases. Thus far, they don't have a way where you can click on known phrases to make something. But you can highlight them and say, oh, well, this is armor, so I want an armor piece. This increases potency, so you can see you're kind of deciding what you want to do and what you want to do, put it on. Aspect improvement, so this is a base. So this is going to give me a damage shield that goes on a weapon. Well, that's not what I want. I want something that'll go on armor. I just might not have anything. Yep, don't have anything. So, we're basically done on the enchanting table. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the other crafting stations. So you come over here, here's your banker. You talk to him, you got a bank, a guild bank, and a guild store. Click on there and you can deposit or withdraw. So here's all the stuff I have in my bank. And as you can see here, there's a TA, and I also have TAs over here. Well, it uses them all. You just double click to move things back and forth. As long as it doesn't bug out, you're fine. I usually move the rarer type crafting materials to my bank until it tells me I'm full. I only have 30 spots in my bank, so try and get things to stack up when they can stack up. Alright, now let's head over to the alchemy station. Yeah, the alchemy station is really cool. The alchemy station basically says what you can use, what regions you have to make something. And what you do is you apply your bottle to the station of which one you want. And I've never actually used this bottle, so let's go ahead and use this one. And then you pick your plants. And you'll see there's properties on these plants that you learn. So this one's increases armor, increases health. Some of these you don't know, so you just pick a couple at random and see if you learn something about it by making a potion. We've discovered Wormwood reduces speed, and Luminous Rusala also reduces speed. So now we've learned something, one of the characteristics. So we click on a couple of new things and we craft. Both of these restore magic. Interesting. And you just keep doing this until you learn things. Oh. We failed at learning something. Interesting. That one came up with nothing. So let's try that. Ah, weapons crit. So we learned something. But it looks like we're now out of plants. So we have to clear a response. We're out of materials. So we are done at the alchemy station. So now we can look in our consumables, and we've learned some stuff. We got Sip of Weapons Crit, which is going to give us a buff if we use it. The only downside is it doesn't display those buffs from what I can tell. But you would go over here and now you could say, hey, I want this weapons crit on my hotbar somewhere instead of restoring food. And you would just drag it out here, and now that's on my hotbar. And I can use that. Okay. Moving on. Isn't this fun? Crafting review. So now here's a woodworking table. And woodworking tables are a little different than the other weapons tables that we've already done. A key thing that you want to first learn the first time you try and craft in TESO is make sure you hit the have knowledge button. Reduce your stress by saying, okay, do I have the knowledge to make something? Because when I look down here, I'm like, oh, these are red, and I have some of these in my inventory. I have found this stuff, but only this style is the only one I know. So reduce your headache, reduce your load, and say, okay, do I have the knowledge? Have I discovered the recipes to be able to make it? And you can make anything at this table out of wood, but the problem is the first thing you need to do is you need to go to your extraction tab, click on materials, and process the raw material that you found in the world. And it takes 10 of these to make some boards. So you're going to double click on it to make it down here, hit extract. Now you can go back, and you can also extract from weapons and armor that you find. And you want to do this for two reasons. One, you're going to get some resources. Two, you might learn a style or a capability out of it. So we're going to get rid of this, unless you really want the money, and let's face it, 9 gold is nothing. And you're going to extract from that. And it says I got a moonstone. Okay, well I didn't learn anything from it, but I did get a resource for the style of weapon that it was made, because if you look at the creation and you uncheck this, the styles affect the look. Notice, if I use obsidian, the look of the bow is different. If I use so on and so forth, see how it's changing the look of the weapon based on the resource here that you use, but you have to know the pattern. Right now, the only patterns I can use as a Nord, because I haven't learned anything, is the Corundum stone, which means you have to buy them or find them to be able to make anything out of here. You can also click the have items if you want to reduce the list of only what you can craft. Because you can see here you have the knowledge to use these other woods, but I don't have any. So if you just want to get rid of that red off of there, you can just say have the item and take it off. Same thing with traits. I haven't successfully been able to use traits because I have to do research, and I haven't actually found out how to do research yet, but your research button is here. If you have a research point, you can research a weapon and learn a trait off of it. And what I would think of that is if you find a magic weapon or armor or whatever with something on it, you will destroy that to research to learn that ability that's on it, and then you can use these gems to apply that over here as a trait. So say if you look at my, let's go back out here a sec. Oh, of course, I'm gonna freak out here. So for example, this one here has deal 3 shock damage. Say you found an item that had that on it without using a rune. you could go into the research tab, destroy that item to try and learn that trait from the weapon as you destroy it. But you have to have a research point to be able to do it, and I haven't figured out how to earn a research point yet. I'm assuming as I level up I'll eventually get a research point, which is why I basically burn up all my supplies to craft, to level up, to hopefully get to that point. Anyway, let's get back to crafting. So, my little philosophy of crafting is I keep the have knowledge and the have items there. Then I'm going to say, well, let's make something. And as you can see here, I can make a bow, and it's telling me my stats right here of what that bow is going to give me. Or I can make an infernal staff, an ice staff, a lightning staff, restoration staff, or a higher level, a maple bow, and it goes through the different materials here. Now notice that as you pick something, it says level 1. Well, if you apply more materials to it, it changes the damage output and the level. And you can get to where you're making something at a higher level than you can afford. So I can make a level 14 bow right now if I wanted to. And I'm going to, just because I'm trying to burn up resources and I'm trying to skill. And as you can see here, I just got some woodworking skill by making a bow. But now I have no more materials. I didn't harvest enough wood, so I'm kind of done. So, just because I can, and I don't need the bow, obviously because it's level 14 and I'm level 6, now I'm going to extract it and recover some resources. Why? Because selling the weapon isn't going to make me very much money, and I need to level my crafting. So this is what I do every time I come to town, is I take all my resources, I process them, and then I craft with them until they're gone, and then I sell off the extra. Resources is a good way at low levels to process them and then just sell them if you don't want to craft up to make money. A stack of iron or a stack of wood processed is 600 gold. Well, that 600 gold goes to buying extra bag slots and bag storage is a premium. So, just saying. Keep that in mind. Also on the crafting, you can go to apparel, and on the wood table you make shields. But I just used up all my wood, so we can't make any shields. But that's the things that you can make on your wood table. And this reload UI bug happens more frequently in some areas than others. So, alright, next station is the tailoring station. And actually they call it the clothing station because you use cloth and leather. So we're going to click on this. And it's still trying to show my wood table. There we go. So, at this station it's going to be the same thing. You're going to go to the extraction tab first, hit on raw materials, and you're going to take and say, oh, do I have enough rawhide scraps or raw jute to make cloth? I do have jute, so we'll make a bunch of cloth real quick. And like I said, I do the same thing. I just burn it all up because there's nothing it's used for in its raw state. And you use it until it's gone. Then I'm going to go to apparel and I'm going to see, do I have anything I can break down? Do I have some leftover armor or clothing that I'm not using in my inventory? Break it down and get the resources also, because you're not doing anything with it. You can go to the creation tab and do the same thing we just did. We're still burning up these gems for these items, and as you can see here, you can make every piece of slot of armor that we talked about earlier, and then it switches over to leather and makes all of those. And your style, once again, is determined by this gem. What's it going to look like? As you can see there, the belt buckles are changing based on the gems used. And so as you progress and level through the world, you're going to learn these other styles, and you're going to be able to control your looks based on how you craft it, which is very cool, because not only you got your costumes, but you can decide what you want to look like just based on the crafting. Now the one thing I didn't cover at the other tables is improvements. And the improvements is your ability to take these resources and make something better. So you can make something and slowly progress it to a much better item using these rare finds as you level up. And I'll cover this. We'll actually try and level up a piece of armor when we get to the blacksmithing table for my heavy armor to improve it. And the number of these items that you put in is your percentage to succeed or fail. And if you fail, you do indeed lose the item. So it's kind of important to play the odds the best way you can by making sure you have enough of those to succeed, or you just play the game and hopefully not lose it, or have the resources to make it again and try again. So let's go ahead and burn up some resources real quick. I don't have any leather, so I just got to go back and make something here. And we'll just make a robe. And we'll max out our resources into it. Just so my thinking is I'm going to max out my experience also. And we'll craft it. And we'll craft another one. And one more. And the last one. And now you can see I'm out of gems. So I have to buy more gems. This is the money sink into this. If when I extract these, I don't get any back. But as you can see, I'm getting experience from extraction and crafting. And this is why I say if you're heavy into the crafting and you want to level up your crafts, you really just want to burn up all your resources. And that way, you're not left with anything extra. Now I'm out of jute, I'm out of leather, so I'm basically done at this crafting station. And once again, I have to reload the UI. Oops, I typed that wrong. I guess this bug with the UI was a problem back in the day. They thought they got rid of it, but now it seems to be back. And the last crafting station currently is your blacksmithing station. And once again, start right off of the bat. I hit the extraction, I hit the resources, I make my iron, which I didn't have much of. I look and see if I have any extra stuff. Now here's the axe I was just given. And see how it's got precision on there. Well, precision is an attribute. So if I go over to precision, I would want to learn this, and it says it's researchable. But I don't have a research point. So I do not actually want to break down this weapon. I want to put it in my bank and keep it, because I've now discovered something I can research, and I just need a point. So I'm going to go put this in my bank and save it until I can research it, so I can learn precision, so I can increase weapon and spell critical values, and be able to craft that into items. So it's a good idea when you get something like that, you look and decide if you want to save it or not. Because if I was precision and I already knew precision, I'm going to break it down right now and just get rid of it because I need the space. But we're going to go back to the weaponsmithing, and as you can see here, you got axes, hammers, swords, battle axes, which are your two-handed, your mauls, which are two-handed, your great swords are two-handed, and then you got your daggers. You can go over to apparel, and you've got all the same items, but in heavy armor and medium armor. Oh wait, what are we doing? Why do I got apparel there with medium armor? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so we could just make something random here. Once again, just going to burn up resources. It looks like I got 15. So I can make 2 items, so we'll just craft 2 of these. And that just made me level 3. And we'll make another one. Come over to extraction. Go back to crafting, and I don't have enough to make anything. So we're done with here. The last thing we wanted to talk about was the improvements. Well, what if I want to try and improve this? Well, I don't have any honing stones, so I can't. But if I did, I could select this, and this is the other thing. If you're wearing the item, it won't show up in your improvements list. You have to take it off so this panel notices that you have it. But say I wanted to improve my earth tuning axe, even though later on I'm going to break this down, you would select it, it would pop up the menu, and you would say what item do you want to put in it. And this is a progression. So you have to use honing stones to bring it into the fine level. Then you would use your dwarven oil to bring it into the superior level. So you basically improve the quality of the weapon or the item via here in a progression. You can't just jump it straight to legendary. You have to work it up, and you have to succeed every time. Let's see if we can go over to the armor station, because I did have some of those. Oops. Let's take something off here. So let's improve something. Let's see here, and it's got to be medium or heavy. So let's improve my shoulders. Why not? Just because. So we're going to double click this to put it back in my inventory. We're going to click on the station. We're going to go to improvement, and now you can see it's here. So we double click on it and add it, and it's going to tell you your percentage of success. If I only use one of these hemmings, I have a 20% chance to succeed, an 80% chance to fail and lose the item. So the more I put in here, the better my odds are of succeeding. So I got an 80% chance, a 60% chance, a 40% chance. I'm going to go ahead and use them all, only because I don't have any resources to make a new one if I fail and I won't have anything. So we're just going to craft it. And it's going to tell you, I have an 80% chance to succeed. If I fail, I will lose it. And it tells you this every time, so you don't make the mistake of, oh, I'm going to craft this with a 20% success rate, and odds are you're going to lose something. This becomes more risky the better the item is, the more stuff it's already on it, the more runes you already have on it, and everything. So in-game crafting, those that have the resources and take the time to level something to legendary are going to be truly legendary crafters. Anyway, and we succeeded. So now I have green shoulders. I actually upgraded these to green. So now if I find some embroidery stitching, I can upgrade it to a blue item. And you can see the stats are significantly different, 48 and 6. Or if you go back to the shoulders, by default, at level 6 it's 41, armor value 11. Now we're armor value, we're 48 and value is 13. And that is the improvement. And we'll go back into our inventory and re-equip those. And we're basically done with crafting. So now I want to go back to the bank, put that axe away if I have room for it.
Have something you need to keep safe? This is the place. Best service in Tamriel too.
So I remember to keep that and don't actually get rid of it. Now remember, I still have to be careful because at a crafting station it accesses everything in the bank. So even though it's in the bank, you still could accidentally destroy it if you're not careful when at a crafting station. We're going to look here. I got 5 slots. Let's see here. Do I want to deposit anything? And it bugged out. Okay. So I hope I've covered the crafting area for you pretty well. All these merchants sitting around here, you can talk to them and you can buy stuff. So if you wanted to buy some health pots rather than make them, you can purchase them. This lady over here will sell you extra bag space if you want to buy a backpack upgrade. I've already purchased one. You can purchase 10 slots at a time by earning gold and spending money. So, anyway, there you go. Like I said, all these vendors sell different things. You can run around. If I didn't have any of the style gems, I could buy them from here. As you can see, they're 21 gold apiece. You can also buy random green armor and weapons from these people for 351 apiece. So say I wanted to just see, give me a random heavy armor, I could spend 351 to see, or a random weapon. Well, I've never done this, so for the sake of the show, let's do that. Oops. And we go over here to this. Oops. Here we go. Oh, here we go. So, this is level 5. And we got feet. Currently I'm wearing medium feet. Now, hey. And it adds magicka. Oh, wait. I've enchanted my boots. And now I'm not going to have that on there. But it's better armor, better value. So we'll equip those. And there we go. We just wasted some money for something I really didn't need. But for the sake of the show, it lets you see the type of stuff you can get. If you want to spend the money, you can spend the money. So, now, it says we want to go to the crossroads. And actually, I want to go find the Harbinger. This quest can't be shown on the map. Well, we're in Harbinger. Seek him out and place and speak him. Okay, so right here. I still haven't found this guy. So, looks like I gotta go this way to help Reyna at the docks or the fort. So I'll leave it to you guys. You want to go to the docks or the fort?
I have many fine boots.
So here's the bigger map. We're in Ebonheart.
Step up. Have a look.
Oh, no, that's not where we're at. We're over here somewhere. Ah, there's a lot of world to explore. Alrighty. Fort. Okay, going to the fort. The fort would be, I want to say it's this way. Let's go to the fort. Vote has been cast and we're going to the fort. I believe right outside this gate. Help at the docks or help at the fort. So we're going to go over here to the fort. So we are going the right direction. And as always, I'm going to harvest my way there. Maybe fight some people. Maybe have to show you combat, really. Am I going the right direction? Okay, I'm going the right direction. Alright. Crossing the bridge. The fort is cool. Look at that thing. Just because I'm nosy. Oh, there's a rune thing. Okay. Let me get my rune and show you swimming. So these are the little rune things. I personally like to collect every single one I find because I like to enchant my equipment. Sometimes you can find water down here too. See, look at this. Here's another one. Yay! You also want to keep your eye out for stuff sticking up into the sky that's going to give you skill points. Oh, see? there's another room. Alright. I never walk anywhere very fast. My nature to just collect everything. Look at everything.
Greetings.
So we're at the fort. There's another room. There's some more plants. Let's kill this guy. Bam! And that's how we roll it. I decided to play a Norn simply for the fact, oh, there's a chest. Now, if we had lock picks, we could try and pick this lock and find some really good loot in there. I have not been successful in picking the locks, though I have been successful in starting to pick a lock, then just forcing it open. And they got some really good loot. A lot of times it's green loot, which is really good gear. But as I was saying, I picked the Norn just because I'm a sailor, and well, you know, what was the best sailors in the world at the time in this fantasy? Norns. So yeah. And we're in the fort. Nord. There we go. Nord.
Hail.
Alright. Let's see here. Ooh, fruit basket, refugees. Bag. Can we search the backpack? Yes, we can search the backpack. We'll steal their food. Why not?
What is to become of me?
And they just let me take all their stuff. They're so nice. They're starving and destitute and refugees in the city walls. And they just let me take their stuff. So walking around town can take a while if you actually search all the crates and all the items to do provisioning. Because that's what you're mostly going to find in the crates, is stuff for provisioning. And sacks. So you can see I'm finding lots of meat and stuff. Look at that view. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Nice little temple style.
Work isn't
And we can go back to the cooking fire. And we don't have any ingredients, so we're out of here. Just like to look around, see what's going on. Oh, we got some target range going on. Cool. Now I'm just exploring because, yeah. Graphical artwork is pretty cool, and as you can notice, you can scroll in. You can hit V if you want to go into first person. I don't know. My habit is to see my character. Now here's where we were saying bookshelves. Look at that. I just learned destructive staff increased to 3 because I found this little scroll that's telling me about something. It's reading like a play, but I guess it gives information about how to use a destructive staff. In the sake of the stream, I'm not going to read this. Normally I would, but I'll scroll all the way through it. And if you want to watch this show later on my YouTube and read this for yourself, you're more than welcome to. At game launch, when I'm not streaming, I will definitely read all that myself. Let's go up the tower. Get the bird's eye view. That's awesome. Big mountain range in the background. Ooh, some more crates to search. Barrels to search. That's cool. Let's roll forward. Alright, going back down. Let's look around some more.
Greetings.
So we got some sick people in here. Oh, we got some bottles.
Hello.
Just stocking up on foodstuffs. Ooh, another bookshelf. Breaking the Cycle of Tyranny. Must have already read this one before.
Hell.
In the weapons room.
Fine goods for sale.
Busy city.
I need a break. Greetings.
Greetings. Archers are practicing. And I will show you a little hint that I found before. First off, come back here and collect some resources. Bug pieces for fishing. The one area of crafting we haven't shown you is actually not really crafting, but it's an achievement source as you go fishing if you find some water. So here's a crystal. If you find this and you haven't used it, it'll have this big blue glowy sphere shooting into the sky. Well, finding 3 of these will give you 1 skill point that you can use. And these are spread out throughout the world. I've already collected this one, so now it's inert. It's no longer available. But basically, you want to find these in the world just by running around. And as you can see here at the fort, this one's on the back side of this keep. So I've just given you a hint to where one of them are at if you are playing. 1 point towards your 3 is right here. And you just come there, and like I said, you have to find 3 of them to earn 1 skill point. But once you have it, you know it. And then this is a teleportation thing. If we wanted to use this, we could use this to port to any of these things. So if I wanted to jump to here, from here, once you found them, you could fast travel. I wouldn't have to walk. I could just jump right to here by clicking on it, and it'll tell you how much you want to pay. And do you want to confirm? Do you want to travel here? No. And you can do this by jumping to any of these once you know them. Let's see here. I don't think you can go to them unless you've known them, but I could be wrong. You can just go along here and find one that you know and jump to it anywhere in the world. Some of them have costs though. Hello, hello. You don't like those birds? They are kind of big, aren't they? They don't seem to be very offensive though. So, looks like we need to go inside here to continue our mission. Did I go in this tent yet? I did not. Let's go in this tent. Ah, we found another bottle. I don't want the bread. Last dance. Ooh. We got a sing-song. Alright, let's go inside the keep. Ooh, it's a kitty cat. Alright, in we go. Fort Zeron Keep. Let's see here.
Hello. You came.
You've came! Thank you!
We're going to need all the help we can get. It's going to be a long day, my friend. Get ready for some dirty work. I want you between the Covenant attackers and the refugees. The Covenant is here. They'll strike at any moment. You have the heart of Isgramo. Go out into the courtyard and help the packed soldiers. You've seen more combat than most of these milk drinkers. Show them what you know.
Alrighty, well that's awful nice. Now while we're here, because I can, I'm going to look around a little bit and see if we can learn any more skills. So, heavy armor forging. Had I not read this before, I would have gotten a skill point in heavy armor. But since I have read it, didn't do me any good. Nice looking structure on the keep here. A bunch of provisional stuff again. I feel like such a thief. This is the way they designed the game, so pillage and sack everything. Wait till next time. Alright. Let's go upstairs. Oh, we found some flint. It's for crafting a style. Cool. A couple of bookshelves. Cooking mastery. That would have given a point in cooking. Mace etiquette gives a point in mace, if that's what you're into. Alright.
Hello.
Let's go.
Covenant mages are opening portals inside the fort.
Close portals. So let's take a look. Ah, there we go. We gotta close the portals. Which is probably gonna involve some fighting. There's one. Let's run. You just got face planted, dude. I so like my build. Charge forward, slash, smash. What a good time. Yeah. Bam! And that's how we roll.
Southgate. Denskar and Lintrek are in over their heads.
Alright, moving out. We must save the people. What am I doing here? I don't see nobody to fight here.
Aren't you afraid?
I wonder if this bugged out. Oh. That was easy. I didn't have to do anything. Royalty, how you doing? Hey, I'm doing pretty good.
I'm really scared.
Glad to see you. I came to be with my men. The daggers almost had us. Go. Darge has need of you.
He went to the keep, said something about a master portal opening at its heart. A Covenant general is coming through.
Alright. Enter the manor. So let's take a look at the map. So I gotta kill the Covenant by entering the manor. Okay. Let's kill everybody first. Because that's how I roll. Mess with my people, you going down. Because I got skills. Close the master portal. We can do that. Don't have much control on the ads there. Sorry about that. Oh, here we go. Master portal.
High Rock and Hammerfell! Scatter, slide it! Blood for the battle! Well fought. Meet me outside.
That's what we call taking out the trash.
Things have never looked worse. Hail!
We saved the city!
Iskram was heir indeed. Thank you, my friend. Damn their hides, yes! Fort Zirin is still in packed hands. The refugees wouldn't have made it without you. I hate to think what must have happened at the top. Our people would be food for head to Davon's watch and report in. Holgan should be on duty. I'm sure we'll see as well as you'd expect.
Yay! We saved the fort! Woo! Nice.
Don't trifle with me.
And we have a skill point we can spend. So, now we gotta decide. I always like to look at my world ability. Nothing new to spend here. My racials, I could spend into robust if I want to increase my health gen while in combat. Not really worried about that right now. You can also spend points into crafting if you want to start worrying about your crafting ranks and your abilities to do stuff here. So like if you wanted to focus here, you could have a hireling go out and give you free ore every day. You can increase your ability to see ore. Or you can have someone send you outfitting items, so on and so forth. So you can spend points over here to increase your abilities. Increase your potential for using these types of glyphs, so on and so forth. So, or we can go back here and we can spend a point in our armors. And as you can see here, I've been thinking about doing this one here that lets me regen magicka faster. Where this one here I have resolve and defense, or I can get more constitution from the heavy armors, or I could spend in my crit chance based on medium armors. Right now I'm just not going to spend anything in my armors. Let's take a look at weapons. Do I want another ability? Well, at 14 I'll be able to increase my physical damage with that, but my class is based on magic. I can either spend points for piercing javelin, or I can wait till later to get one of these. I have 5 abilities. This is another ranged ability, which is the reason why I haven't taken it, is because this is a closing distance. Usually this is what I use to close my range, so why would I need a ranged ability? But it's a good choice to possibly think about. Or I could diversify and I could get myself another damage based on magicka where I can cast something and it does a dot on them. So if I wanted to dual spec, I could go into Dawn's Wraith and start worrying about blowing people up with magic. Based on my weapons choice, it's really not overly advisable, but it's a good thought process. So really, I just don't know what I want to do yet. I really don't. Probably just going to stick with my Arctic Spear. I'm not going to diversify. I will go ahead and take this ability. I'm going to go ahead and put that there and choose it and unlock it. And so now I have 5 abilities across here. And I'm going to start using this one when there's more than one group. I've already used this and I want to just hit them before I charge. So let's see how that works. And let's see here. Let's go out and explore the world. I could continue to search the keep area, or we can just leave. I still need to find the magic dude. If you go to my questing, the main story, I still need to find the harborage, which I need to find the prophet. I haven't been able to find him, so let's just go explore, see if there's any side quests we can pick up in the world, harvest so I can craft, and just generally have some fun. So, let's take a look at the map. Looks like they want me to go over here, find the harbinger to leave Fort Zurin. So I have to go out in the world to find the harbinger. But basically it's kind of saying I'm done in this area other than just looking around. Interesting. So if I go out from here, I guess it leads us to Davin's Watch. Oh, we got steeds, we got blacksmithing, fishing skunk. Cool. Well, I'm just going to explore a little bit. Don't think I'm quite ready to leave this area. Just because I don't think I've seen it all. So let's look around, because it is a really pretty area. Ah, see, we discovered our outlook. So now we've discovered all of Foyen's locations. Cool. Oop, I see a rune. Rune me. And some wood. Runes. I like the runes because I get to enchant my gear. Oop, that one went away. Now that's a big mushroom. More steps to the keep, huh? Is this just another entrance? Ah, yeah, just another entrance to the keep. That's one thing that's cool about this game is really, while they give you missions and quests to do, it's not prescriptive. You can just kind of ramble around and have some fun. This is definitely not a game where you charge to the end game. This is about just exploring and having fun looking in these nooks and crannies, you just never know what you're going to find. If you want to know what computer specs I have, just go to my personal Twitch channel. It is all listed there. It's Chief_Sarcan. Just open it up in a new tab and you can take a look at that. There we go. This game is definitely not for everybody. If you're into the whole arcing story, exploration style of gameplay, then this really is a good game. And then as Royalty is specifying at level 10, you can go PvP, which I hear is pretty intense. I'm not a huge PvP person myself. But in watching Royalty earlier, it did look very chaotic and interesting. It reminds me of a lot of the old Dark Age of Camelot and maybe some Guild War philosophy, huge battle PvP, which looked really interesting. So I will be checking it out. Ooh, something to kill! Oh, that's actually kind of a cool building. Ooh, a rune! Yay! Don't find very many yellows. So you're saying I can charge it up? Now I can charge this one up. Two-handed increased to 13. Nice. That's cool. Oh, cool critters. So right now I'm just in exploration, collection mode, taking in the scenery, so if you don't ask questions, it could be a rather quiet area of the stream. And the reason why I want to take the time to explore and collect, because if you look at my character, I'm currently level 6. When I hit level 8, I'll be able to make a whole new set of armor and weapons. And so while I'm trying to find if there's any side quests, any other things to do, I want to go ahead and get my equipment set up. So it doesn't look like that ability is actually chargeable. Nope, it's just an instance. This is definitely the areas I haven't been to yet, so you never know what you're gonna find. More runes. Give me some runes. Talk to me. Alright, what do we got here? Enter Devon's Watch. Stone storms fall. My graphics are set on high. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Soda. Maybe you are viewing it on a lower setting than I'm streaming it.
Hail.
Did I just go to a different map? I did. Look at that. Oh, there's the Harbinger. He's out there. So I'm in a new area. Enter Devon's Watch or find the Harbinger. Cool. And just to show you, we can go to settings, display, full screen. Graphics are on ultra high, textures are on high. Everything's on high, buddy. Well, except for water reflection quality. I can put that on high, why not? View distance is down. Yep. Everything is on high. So we are in a new area. Look at that, you transitioned with me. As part of the team, you can watch my streams in any resolution you choose. Just click the little icon there and switch it up. For those that have low bandwidth and can't watch it, can leave it down on 480 or 720. For those that want to watch it high, pop it up to 1080. You have the choice. What the heck? I seem to be auto-running for some reason. What the heck? Well, that was weird. I was just off and running like crazy. This is just me exploring the nooks and crannies. There's probably absolutely no reason to just do this, other than I like to. This is how I play. I like to explore my area, understand what's going on. Ooh, plant. Bigala, hello, welcome to the show. I can answer any questions, just let me know. Is he bigger? Oh, he's a 5. Nice. Taking him down. Kind of like that new ability. When I have to dodge back, chuck it in his face. Yeah. Yep, you won't find me doing PvP very often on any of my shows. It's just not what I'm into. I do craft a lot, I do explore a lot, I answer questions a lot, so if that's what you like, you are now in the right place. Ooh, who do we have up on the hillside? Oh, just a player. Ooh, we found a little camp. Cool. Uh-oh, somebody's chopping wood. Biscuits. Ooh, we found a journal. Jord the Skald King, born in 2E46. Okay, I'm not going to read all that for you. Let's see where we're at. Oh, we got an observation point up here for the mines. Looks like we got some combat or something going out here. Devon's Watch is the city. Which, that's the city. That's kind of a cheesy looking city. Let's keep looking around here for a second. See if we can get a bird's eye view. What's going on up here? Should we include... Let's try something. I want to see something. I have my view distance low. Let's turn my view distance up to all the way. Oh yeah, now we can see the peaks up there. Cool. I am in a non-PvP area, that is correct. I am just exploring the world, seeing what I can see, seeing what I can find, seeing what I can collect. Working my way slowly to the town. Kind of what I'm also looking for is the blue skill up portal things that are found in the world in places. Ooh, what's that? Well, isn't he just a cute feller? I want to make a necklace out of his teeth. Hi, buddy. Enter Devon's Watch complete. It's a spider. Things you find when you look around. Spiders. Why is it gotta be spiders? Can't you see I'm mining here? Boom! Take that. That's what we're talking about. Which now is a dead spider. Glance on the mushroom. Alright, hey, look, horses. Nice looking horse models. Check that out. That's pretty good detail. I'll give them that. So if we get to own these and ride these, that'll be cool. Swimming? Alright, swimming in the fountain. I think we gotta talk to this guy out here.
I need swords on my walls, Sergeant. Hello there. Arm the peasants.
Have you come from Foyen? What news do you have?
Yes, soldier. Thank you. We're giving the Covenant a good fight. Without your warning, Davon's Watch would be in their hands. Feels good to save a city, doesn't it? The Covenant is attacking Davon's Watch. The Devil's bombarded and you'll stand where you're needed. Right now, Grandmaster Tunvol Indur, follow me or meet me there. Your choice. You'll find a manor along the north city.
Alright, so... yeah, so everything you find in the world is harvestable to a certain degree. Plants, ore, wood, and all that, and it's all used in crafting. The plants are used for potions and such. So yes, I like to collect everything. The food I keep finding in the bags is used for provisioning, which is your instant heal or heal over time foods that you can make. So basically you pick up everything. If you like to craft, that is. If you don't like to craft, you don't have to pick it up. Of course, you can sell it for money too, so it does pay to pick things up. So let's see here. I can go into town and search, or I can go over here and talk to my harbinger guy, which I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to explore a little bit. Talk to the prophet before I go into town. So as you can see here, any plant that you can highlight, you can collect. Jute is for making cloth and bags. Or cloth, not bags. You get leather from killing things. Runes for doing... Oh, somebody killed that guy. Okay. Oh, there's a portal stone. Well, I'll go over and talk to it. I'm not sure if you actually have to discover them or just discover the area that they're in. But I always like to click on them at least once, just to make sure. I'm sure somebody knows the answer. Basically just skirting the city. Looks like there's some catapult stuff there. Ooh, we found some more. There we go. Well, that sounds like a good idea. Teamwork and crafting is always a good thing to do. Always. Note that resource spawns are individualistic, so if somebody grabs it before you, they get it. Ooh, nice little combat area thing going on here. Oops, what's going on? Well, that was a nice combination. Did you see that? I like that. I may have to redo my skill bar. Let me lead off with that, then charge it. I found a quest.
So slowly, a living soul. It has been so long. I and the other Saxony have not returned willingly. We Argonians were slaves to the Chimer in our time, as I sense they can be today. Even in death, we serve our cruel masters, slaves to their will.
You are not able to loot other people's leftovers. No, if they leave it on the ground, it's just going to go to waste.
The Chimer would not willingly release us to Aetherius. To set their souls free on the river, you will have to destroy the Keepers. If you...
So, Biggs, I covered the crafting area very in detail at the beginning of the show. So, if you go check that out, once it's uploaded, you'll be able to get all that.
I appreciate it.
My inventory is full. Well, that's not a good thing. Not sure what that is, but I guess I do need to go into town. I didn't realize my inventory was full. That's not a good thing. Alright. Oh, I forgot to loot this earlier. Oh, because my inventory is full. Alright. Let's go do some crafting to clean up our inventory. Put some stuff in the bank. Sell some stuff. You're going to get a secondary peer view of crafting after all.
It's a bad time to visit Darwin's Watch. The
Let's see here. Let's see if we got anything we can sell.
You won't find better in all of Stonefalls.
Consumables? I got some new armor and stuff here. I'll break that down though instead of sell it. Ooh, that one's got a charged on it. Good for research. Junk. Membranes. Never sell resources. So let's see what we can find here. This way. That's the downside of this game in some respects, but it's also good, is inventory management
Let me guess.
Can
Someone
be
picked
very
your pocket.
diligent.
Forgive my in Davin's Watch. Since the Covenant invasion, it's gotten
lockpicks, yay!
We've got to boil a lot of war hides to make armor for packed soldiers. Don't ruin our profits by driving off the invaders too soon.
I don't have any. Repair kits. Oh, so if armor gets damaged, you have to repair it. See here, more sips of health. But I can also just come here and say, repair all for 44 gold. I'm not even going to worry about it right now. Nothing is damaged below 90%. Get up on this wall or what? There you go. Okay. I see scrolling text, which means there's probably a lot of questions or discussions. What do we got going here? Not in a guild right now, but yeah. Crafting items would make sense to support your crafters. The crafters support you by putting stuff in the guild bank. I'm not sure about buying a horse and getting around faster. We're trying to find that out. Lockpicking I'll show the next time I find a chest. Hopefully I'll actually be successful. That's why I just bought a whole bunch of lockpicks, because up to this point I have not been successful. I'm enjoying the game for the freedom of it. It's
Honor
definitely
to you, traveler.
very cool.
Name's Naril. I'm guessing you're new in town and need some work. You may have heard Stonefalls is under attack. This makes some things very lucrative. Take wine. If I had a particular bottle, there's a party who'd pay well for it. Please, procure. There's a bottle of Tears of Amaya hoarded by a Nord tavern keeper here. I offered to buy, but he won't sell. Frank, I knew you were game. It's the fish things with cleverness. I knew you were game.
As I was saying, the relaxing nature of the game, I can just explore, I can run around, I don't feel pressured in a hurry like some MMOs do. So that's very refreshing. The downside is I don't feel overly encouraged to group up and do stuff. So far, combats, quests, and everything has been fairly simple. Oh, we found an enchanting station. So here we go. We can learn to enchant. But yeah, I'm enjoying it really good. So let's clean up our inventory by crafting some stuff. Do we have any more rounds? We do. Okay, that one we already know. That one we already know. That's the downside of trying to find something that you haven't already crafted. Oh, here we go. I don't know what this one is. So let's put that one in there. Let's discover something. Translate. This one gives us health room. I have played Guild Wars 2. Actually. How would I compare the two? Let's see here. Like I know everything about this one. Both of them have the free roaming ability in the game. The ability to harvest and craft is pretty robust in both. I think the difference is there's a lot more saturation of quests in Guild Wars. Everything seems to be a quest, which can be a plus or a minus to it. I don't know. I haven't played Guild Wars for probably about a year now, so my memory's a little hazy. I really enjoyed Guild Wars when it first came out. I really enjoyed doing all the different things that it had, but what Guild Wars lost me with was kind of the same thing I'm finding here in Elder Scrolls Online, is the lack of anything that drives you to really group up and do things together. I haven't progressed long enough in this game to see where I've ever needed anybody else. And in an MMO, that's a killer. Really, it is. It's a killer to the whole progress if you don't have a reason to group up with people. Let's see here. I think I've already learned all of these. The only downside I see of the rune crafting system is it doesn't tell you what slot they go on until you try and craft it. Hardening goes on a weapon. That goes on jewelry. Goes on a weapon. I only have one weapon. Jewelry. Just killing me here. Everything's armor as weapons, and I can't. Okay. There's got to be a way to tell. I just haven't figured it out yet. Jewelry. Alright, I'll come back to this later. Once I figure it out, I'll let you know. Customization. You can do quite a bit of customization, actually, based on styles that you learn. Oh, that's another crafting station. Cooking mastery. You have costume slots, which is available to you. Oh, we found some lockpicks. Cool. Guana egg quiche. Nice. Cooking recipe.
Hello there.
Knowing what they do is not the difficulty. Knowing what slot they're going to go in is the difficulty. I want to know, I want to be able to filter and say, I only want to make glyphs that go on my armor, and then choose the translation I want to make to put on it. Right now, that doesn't seem to be possible. So, alchemy, since we need to burn up some supplies, you can see every plant has 4 things it can do or learn, and we want to try and figure out what they are by putting different things together and see if we're going to get what effects we're going to get or what we're going to learn. It says those two don't go together, and the problem is when you do use it, you lose it. Which can be really frustrating. Wow, we failed everything. We didn't learn anything that time. Wow. That kind of is a pisser. Might need to put some points into alchemy if we're going to actually learn to level it. That kind of is a bummer. Looks like the blacksmithing, or no, woodworking. Let's go to the woodworking table. First thing we start off with is make some wood. See if we got any armor we want to break down. Any weapons? Now this weapon potentially has research ability because it has charged. It's right there. It says 6 hours to research it. Oh, we can research it. Oh, 1 research of a slot available. Man, I totally messed that up earlier. So now in 6 hours, we're going to alert research charged. So at a weapon station, I need to go get that axe out of my inventory and research it. Interesting. Alright, so crafting wise, make sure you have the have knowledge, have the right style gem. If you don't have any, get some. And then you can make something, either weapons or armor. And the number of resources put into it, once again, this is rehashed for those of you that just joined. and you put how many resources you want into it for the level. I'm going to go ahead and make 2 level 9s here just so I use up all my resources. And leveling up my crafting. Go back to extraction. Recover some of the things. And now I only have 3 left, and I'm also out of gems. So I'm dead wound crafting. Mage's Guild. Got another quest. And now we have our blacksmithing area, which we can do the same thing. We go to resources, harvest as much as we can, go to research. We can research precise. Now that we understand how to research, I need to be researching. Okay, I also have something here, but I'm already researching precise, so now I'm researching all I can. I don't have any gems, so I can't craft anything. I could improve something because I have a honing stone, but my odds are I would fail. Pretty much that's all we're going to do in this area for crafting. Let's see here. Looking around. Check our inventory. We're still at 54 of 60, so we need to clean out our inventory. Something fierce. Oh, I could break this iron axe down. Oh, it's precise. But I'm already researching precise. I don't need this one. Research, I'm already working on precise. So I can extract. That. Now I can make something. To level up a little bit. Extract it. Back, make another item. And as long as I keep getting the stones back, I just keep making stuff until I run out of resources just to level up. My blacksmith. And I'm out of resources, but I can still make... Oh, nope, that requires 4. 3 to 9, and I have 4. There we go. I can make a sword. And now I'm done with crafting. So. Wow, not sure what's going on with him. So we've covered wood. We need to find a cooking or tailoring. What do we got over here? That's alchemy. And alchemy doesn't have a research. Ooh, I see a book back there. Origins of the Mage Guild. I been in here already? I think I have. Do you really? Oh, so I was researching for the one weapon, but I need to research the other one. Well, since it's going to take 6 hours, I'll just have to hope I get a new weapon. Didn't realize you had to research every single weapon. That's going to take a lot of time to learn all the different traits for all the different weapons. Nice point. Thank you for letting me know, Dark. I did not realize that I would have to research for every weapon. It's a good little piece of note to know. I thought you'd learned the trait precise, and then you would be able to apply it. Interesting. Well, since now I'm in the city, let's walk around and look in the city. See what we can find here. Catacombs of Cathbrod. Drinks on the table. Talk to me. What do you got?
All my bags are genuine Skyrim Oricai. There isn't one stitch from any of those weird critters around here. All I'm saying is that where I'm from, the only things that walked on 2 legs were men and elves. This place? Half the beasts are mouths with feet.
I don't have enough money to buy a backpack upgrade, but if I did, I would come to this guy. Alright. So I'm just running around town here, pillaging and searching and finding what we can find. Pretty much I'm done with the show other than to answer questions and just let you enjoy watching me have fun.
Is long and my stock is
Let's see, what do we got? Okay, so I bought lockpicks from this guy before. So I found this guy before. Alright, so keep on searching. Let's take a look at the map. So I was over here. Steeds, specters. I haven't been over here, so let's go over here. See what we can find. Provisioning seems to be the easiest craft to level up, and personally I found it the least useful.
Buying, selling, I've got what you need.
Taking damage and staying damage just doesn't seem to have enough impact. Oh, well, we can buy some weapons and armor. We wanted to waste our money. Weapons vendor? It's probably going to be this guy.
What can I get you today? Everything's made right here in town by my father, Marael Avani.
That's some nice weaponry, though. And then an armor vendor.
It's a bad time to visit Darwin's Watch. The daggers could come over the walls at any moment. You should buy some of my father's armor.
Since the war began, the market has never been busy.
You buying or just talking?
Just talking. I don't want your stuff. I just want to browse your stuff. It's nice looking, but it's not for me.
As far as you know, the leather in my boots isn't from anyone in my family. Excuse me, that's a joke.
Alright. What do we got up here? Obviously look around behind the buildings, because it's cool to do that. Ooh, nice tree right in the middle of the castle. Very cool. The watch house.
What can I do for you, stranger?
I just want to make you stand up. Mission successful.
Honor to you, Sarah. Welcome to the Watch House Inn. Those
Some
neck-brain
more
daggers won't
lockpicks,
trouble
more
you
stamina,
here.
more tinctures.
Hail!
Hey, we found like a little bar. Let's get our party on.
I run to her and together we sway as we kiss, sway as we...
Do you know the secret to Nord courage? It's mead. Makes them too bold to back down and too numb to feel pain. So, it's surprisingly easy. First, harvest your ingredients, mainly fruits and the like. Add them together and apply a little heat. Nature will do the rest. You can make beers, wines, and even distill some spirits. I'll let you use my still for a fee. I can sell you yeast and empty bottles for a reasonable price, but you'll need to gather fruits and other special ingredients yourself. Just remember the golden rule. As you brew, so must you drink. Cheers.
Wow, you can learn all kinds of brew stuffs. Nice. Just steal all the bottles off the table. Cooking fire. Alright, so now we can just craft up all our stuff here. Because our inventory is full of stuff we found. Level 7. So provisioning is, as you can see, is rather easy to level up. I mean, you find ingredients everywhere. I just don't find a need because I don't see when my buffs are up to know to reuse them. I can't tell if they're doing any good at all. Or I just never use it. I harvest it, I level it. Maybe I'll figure it out one of these days. Look at that. I had emptied all my supplies and just standing right here I found more stuff.
So much to do.
Pretty simple.
Hello there.
Okay, what do we got out the other direction?
Ah, pitiful me.
Ooh, star medal. I wonder, is there a... Let's see here. Let's look at use interface. Maybe I'm just not turning on buff indicators. I don't know. Nope. Don't know. All right. Downstairs or upstairs? Let's go downstairs.
I'm rather busy right now.
More barrels to pillage. Yay!
What will become of me?
Nothing down here. Okay, upstairs.
I'd rather be cracking heads.
Oh, we found a new recipe. Maybe. Nope, we already know it. So there you can see, that's how you find recipes. You find them in a chest. Unfortunately, I don't know if I know it until I pick it up. But if you didn't know it, you could use right click and learn, and then you would learn the recipe.
An orc's work is never done.
Alright, let's go search and pillage some more of the city. Oh, we have a quest person in here.
Honor to you, Sarah. Welcome to the Guild Hall. I realize that our presence here in the temple is unconventional, but I'm afraid that our former hall was raised just recently. One does what one must, yes? Ah, good. We're always on the lookout for new members. We're lawkeepers across the face of Tamriel. Guild members seek out books, tomes, and ancient scrolls in their travels. We're book hunters of a sort. We seek out new information, capture it in our libraries, and make copies for distribution across Tamriel. The Guild doesn't care about battlefields or boundaries, just knowledge and the acquisition of new... We provide training in unique spells and abilities only available to members. And from time to time, projects crop up for those with an adventuresome spirit. You may end up working with the Guildmaster himself. Vanus Galarian, one of the founding members of this august body, still holds the proud title of Guildmaster, overseeing every guild hall in Tamriel. He works with other ranking members. We are neutral in the war between the three alliances. While many of us here in Davin's Watch hold true to the Dragon Banner, when we're on guild business, we kneel to no king or queen. Excellent. Welcome to the Mages Guild. I suggest you begin by talking to Velast, our mistress of Incanadi.
I wonder if you can join multiple guilds. This will be interesting. Oh. We get new abilities for joining the guild. Interesting.
I expect you've come to learn the secrets of great mages. There's ultimately one secret. Do not compromise. If you believe something is true, you must require the Mundus to act in accordance with your will.
Oh, we can buy jewelry. Nice. And staves. So they're all about staff, weapons, and some jewelry. For higher levels, anyway. Medium armor increased by 7 for finding this story. There we go. Nice.
As with all creatures, time brings change, and with change, wisdom. The Mages Guild grew from the city.
Cool. We'll find out, because I had a quest to also go to another guild. So if I can join more than one guild, that'll be cool. It means you can get a whole lot more quests by being involved with more guilds. I think Final Fantasy had very similar things where you could do the multiple...
Is there anything this humble Perquisitor can get for you? Everything is ours, I swear. We would never distribute the temple's relics.
More gems if we needed to, and I bought a whole bunch of them, and as you can see, I haven't been using up the magic on my abilities yet, so there's no reason to buy any more gems currently. I'm up to 21 lockpicks. Consumables. I don't need this recipe because I already know it. If I was in a real guild with other people or playing with somebody, I would have traded that recipe to them if possible. But currently, there's no reason for that, so we'll just leave it as is. Keep walking around, searching around, seeing what we can find. Let's go down. And essentially my show is over. I would just bid everybody adieu and stop for the day, but we're having fun, so I'll keep streaming. But consider this my official sign-off, and for those that don't want to stick around, I'll go ahead and give you my official sign-off. But I'm going to keep playing anyway, so for those that are there, see if that works. My Mobot doesn't seem to be working. Okay, we'll do this the hard way. So, though I'm going to keep streaming, I'm going to give you my sign-off information anyway and let you know what's out there and about. But if you want to hang with me and keep watching, I duly appreciate it. But we'll give you the sign-off anyway. And anyway, I'm going to keep playing. If you want to hang with me, cool. If not, hey, it was a good show. So, with that, let's keep going. Why not? I'm sure I'll be yelled at by the White Thing kids when it's time to eat soon.
Ah, yes, that's just in line with the third law of our... Well met, Adept. I believe I may have a task for you. New members of the Lifeblood of the Mages Guild. It's west of here, on the coast near Ash Mountain, lies a Dwemer ruin, the Inner Sea Armature. If you please. The Inner Sea Armature is a dangerous place. Tread carefully, Adept.
Long lost lore. Oh no!
I am the master of Incunabula, the keeper of tomes. I've come here to inspect the local Arcaneum, the guild's library. We have ears everywhere, Adept. An intelligence report fell into my hands. We are neutral in the war for Cyrodiil, and proud of it. That doesn't mean we don't take an interest when they hit the intelligence arm of the Ebonheart Pact. Rumor is that there used to be an alchemy group from within House Telvanni who jumped ship. I don't know. It's always a delicious mystery cracking open a book.
Alright. Let's keep searching. See if we can join the other guild, just because. Ooh, what's up here? Oh, that's the stairs. What I got over here?
Caught a skooma smuggler last week. Can you imagine? Here?
Oops, I didn't read the whole thing. Oh, Alchemy to 4. Ooh, it looks like a map on the wall. Bet we can't take it down and take it with us.
Stranger, I'm bold to ask, but have you met a man named Denthis Ramori in the My worthless apprentice. He stole one of my spell books. Unfortunately for him, I am no fool. That book is protected by a ward invoking, Arche or Akatosh. Why? I want my spell book back, and I want to flay him alive. You can search for him, or his brother might know where he is. Dethys favors the tavern nearby.
Ah, so we picked up another mission in here, talking to this guy. So, keep on searching. Spirit of Nim. So now we're getting a little more of the free-roaming diversification of questing, because now we're going to have lots of choices. Where up to this point in the game, it's been very stovepiped, even though the areas you explore and you do the quests have been pretty wide open. You've really been kind of directed along 2 paths in any given time. Now if we open up our journal, we have a number of quests, we have a couple of guild quests, and we have our main storyline. So we're starting to branch out. We're starting to get a lot more choice in how we want to proceed and do things. So I think that's going to be really good. I do really want to get back to my main storyline, so I do want to find the prophet. But the fact that we're getting more diversified in what we do, and you're not prescripted in the direction you go, is going to be very interesting in how the story progresses and how we do things. Like I said, at launch I would actually read all of this stuff at least once. You do get a lot of repeats in what you find and what you do. So a lot of these stories you'll see all the time, and they are random in what's going to be found here. So if you were right next to me in my group and you clicked on the same bookshelf, you might see something completely different than what I'm seeing. And as you can see here, those mace etiquettes and stuff like that I've seen before, so it's not like... Okay, so I think we can go upstairs. Do we have a map here? So let's go upstairs. I think we're pretty much searched everything in here, so we can leave. And find another building to explore and pillage.
Hello there.
So that was that guild. Now we're gonna go, I'm assuming this is another guild house. Ah, so now we get to talk to this person.
What can I do for you? Valdem sent you, didn't he? Well, my brother robbed us both. We were supposed to share its secrets, but he ran off toward the tower. Joke's on him. I think Valdem changed the warding incantation to Arche's beard.
So just like that?
Honor to you, Sarah. Welcome to the Watch House Inn.
Okay. So we got all kinds of quests outside this door. Well, that was a quick quest, and we're just exploring. Alright, so we've been in there. Mages Guild. Is that 2 different doors? Oh, no, no. Okay, so that's the door. We've already been in there.
I'd love to get that sword at Ridra Savani's store.
The bank. Oh, we found a bank. Oh, there's somebody on a horse. So I guess you can get a horse. Let's go in the bank.
Take it from me. Your goods are safe here. Especially safe from me. They don't let me handle anything. I have to pass it all to a trusted intermediary.
So you can see here, I try and deposit things that I know I already have in here into the bank, so I can basically keep my inventory empty. I guess I have been putting runes over there. Alright, so.
Customers aren't allowed back here. If you insist on breaking the rules, I'll have to call the guards.
Could probably break that down. Rules. I think I'm just gonna put stones, runes I can't use yet, and honing materials. Materials. Can use it, can use it. So yeah, I'm still at 50 things though. Mostly because of consumables that I just don't need, don't have a use for. So I need to go sell stuff. Okay. Time to go shopping.
Greetings.
Yeah, they are very Ishkar looking, aren't they? of worries me. I found lockpicks in a bank. Doesn't that make you nervous? That I can find lockpicks in a bank. So we have a question here. Which game do I like so far more? TESO or WildStar? Well, that's kind of a touchy situation. Simply for the fact there's things in TESO that I like better than I like in WildStar, and there's a whole lot more things in WildStar that I like better than TESO. If I was to say my favorite to play between the two of them, for the most part, I would say WildStar would win overall.
Oh, right. Praise Vivek. Thank you for releasing.
Mostly because of the unique features that WildStar is bringing to the genre. I think there's a lot more in WildStar that is new and unique, and it's going to provide a new, enjoyable way to approach the genre. However, I think from a crafting standpoint, you got more diversity than you do in WildStar, and I think there's a level of depth there that WildStar didn't quite get into the crafting area that I would have really liked to seen. However, I think the fact that we haven't really seen the complete picture in WildStar, we have room to pause and wait. Though I do think the complete openness of the crafting in TESO is a detraction. I would prefer that people have to specialize a little bit more. And even though you do specialize by spending points, it's the same skill points that you use in your adventuring is a detraction for me. So I find both of them extremely enjoyable. I probably will lean towards WildStar, but I will play TESO also. Does that kind of answer your question? Let's see here. Can I find out how much a horse costs? Yes. I am trying to kind of find out where that's at. I also want to find a trunk to lockpick because I was asked to show off some lockpicking. And since I finally actually got lockpicks, I haven't found a chest yet to do that with. I'm looking for that stuff for you. So yes, we'll try and take a look at both of those. Oh, let's go swimming. You can't swim underwater yet either, so to me that's a detraction. WildStar, I can go swimming underwater, not just on top of it. But they're two completely different games. They both have enjoyable aspects to them. Can I search this bag here? Nope, I've already searched this, I guess. So let's see here. Where are we at? So yes, let's go see about the horse fender. Looks like we're heading the right direction for that. Another point to take note in is that the tutorials do not seem to be in TESO yet from a beta standpoint. Might be a little too early for that, so in some respects you can be a whole lot easier in being confused than I found in WildStar. So let's see here. Oh, there is somebody to talk to.
We raise fine horses in Davon's Watch.
We raise fine horses.
One sold one to Vivek himself.
Wow! Okay, so here's the cost of horses. Right now, a common horse, which has a speed of 15% and a stamina of 10, which is a level 1 common horse, costs 17,000. A draft horse, which is speed 15, carries 10, 42,000. And 15 for a gated and a light. All costs 42,000. Not sure why you would buy a draft. Oh, they're different stamina levels. Okay, so different stamina. So this one has a speed of 25, but only a stamina of 10. This one has a speed of 15, a stamina of 20, carries 0. This one has only stamina 10, carries 10. So I'm not really sure the difference between what the stamina and the carry is. I'm assuming there's a weight issue. Stamina is how far they can go when in sprint mode versus just normal regular run speed. But as you can see here, there's very little tooltips, there's very little tutorials that explaining the differences in game yet, and that to me is a detraction. But I'm assuming because we're still in beta, it's going to get there. So I have another question. So I hope, Dark, that I've covered your horse costs. Like I said, besides the speed percentage, I'm not sure what the stamina and the carry percentages are, unless the horses can take damage, which would be their stamina, and how much they can carry as their weight. Let's see here. I don't have enough money, so I can't buy one, and I got hit with the UI bug, so let's reload that. And let's see here. The next question, do you think Wildstar is ready enough to make their spring release? I think they're very close. I think they will hold to pretty close to their spring release plans. I've heard it in the grapevine that they're ramping up in beta is going to be progressing at a pretty steady rate. How close to early spring, late spring, or even summer they'll release is still a question, and I don't want to lock myself down, but I think it's going to be more towards late spring. That's just my personal opinion. My current level in class, I've covered this before, I'm a level 6 Nord Templar. So with that, see here, let's keep looking around, see what we can find here in town. Oh, there's some wood to cut. Some plants to pick, because my alchemy was terrible. I definitely need plants, but my inventory is still full, so I do need to head back in there and to liquidate some crafting stuff. Yeah, it would be interesting to find out. Do horses have storage? And that means they can carry stuff? Is that what that is saying? That's something we need to find out. But I obviously can't leave town with only 7 slots open. So I'm going to need to go back to the crafting stations, burn up some stuff, put some stuff away, and then continue out into town a little bit later. So we found one plant we can use, which isn't going to help us. Because you can't do anything with just one. So.
I offer the finest ingredients and additives for creating potions and elixirs of all kinds. You'll pay a bit more, but you'll get quality from me.
Ooh, we got some light pants. Reduces our armor by quite a bit, but we adds 2 magic recovery and it's reinforced. Let's see here, consumables. I'm just going to sell a bunch of consumables because it's not really doing me much good. I got a whole bunch of snake sherries level 1, but I want to use it, I want to sell it. That doesn't make any sense. Guess I took too long. Yeah, I'm assuming it has to do with the fact that you probably can put bags on them. I didn't play Skyrim for very long, so I'm not really positive about that, but it seems like it would make sense.
I offer the finest ingredients and additives for creating potions and elixirs of all kinds. You'll pay a bit more, but you'll get quality from me.
End up some inventory real quick. Okay, we emptied up some inventory pretty good. Let's see here. Clean that up a little bit.
Greetings.
Said your devotions to the three today. Hello there.
Fine goods for sale.
Ooh, a cloth station. Let's see here. Do I want to wear these boots or not? Sure. They're green. And I made these, so it doesn't matter. Oh, but these do have... What do we got over here? We got a quest.
I'm sorry. I'm dry with distraction.
3 keep you, traveler. Welcome to the Davon's Watch Guildhall. What have you come to join our worthy crusade? We have a new guildmaster and a new singular purpose. You look like just right. Sees All Colors here is our new guildmaster. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their dark anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains fall from the sky. Plagues of Daedra boil out smart question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. You know, Guildmaster Jofnir passed away recently, and very suddenly. We always thought he'd die with a blade in his hand, but he passed in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. No, our blades are in service to the Guild. We're neutral in the war between the three alliances. Then welcome to the family, as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there and take the fight to the Daedra.
Comrade, we have the Guild has accepted an unusual contract. We've agreed to eradicate Daedra. As we speak, 2 of my guardians I know you'll change the river's course, comrade. They're investigating the wild. He's a proud Redguard warrior, one of our best, and a follower of Stendar. They are the tendrils of Cold Harbor, reaching into Nirn. The minions of Molag Bal. Yes, I am new to my role as Guildmaster. The death of my mentor, Jofnir Iceblade. He's a proud Redguard warrior, one of our best, and a follower of Stendar. Merrick's a powerful benefactor. She hates that monsters can ruin the lives of everyday folk. The size of the task. Our benefactor has asked we call in every guildmate from the low. He's a proud Redguard warrior. One of proof that the guild accepts all.
So, looking at that, looks like now we do have 2 guilds. We got the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild so far. So you can join 2 of them. So that's very good to know. As we level up in the Mage Guilds, we'll get some more abilities, which is really going to give us some extra stuff we can do. Very cool. Oh, so we do know this one. So I don't know if I take this, does it mean somebody else can't have it? Or if I leave it, that means somebody else can get it. I'm going to go ahead and just leave it, just because. It's not going to give me much money anyway. In here. So looking at that, now we got over here, we got a mission. We found the Fighters Guild, we've got all the crafting, we've got the Woods Crows. So we definitely have still a lot of stuff we can do here in the city. We found the bank, we got the Mages Guild, we got the Watch House and the cooking fire, the shrine, the market, and then obviously we can go out into the town in this area to see what else is going on. But with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it quits here. I'm getting really hungry and it is lunchtime. So, I hope you enjoyed the show. It went on a little longer than I normally do. I normally keep my shows about 1.5 hours to 2 hours max. But we were having so much fun, I figured, you know, why not? Let's just keep going. Anyway. So, anyway.
I must finish this.
So you guys all have a great day. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and we will see you again really soon. As I said, I don't even know if we can do alerts in here. Oh, we will see you later. Thank you. I may be back later. If not, we'll see you again real soon. As I said earlier, you know, if you like what you've seen, make sure you follow us here on mmorpg.com. If you like me personally, make sure you follow me here on mmorpg.com. Also over on my personal Twitch, because I do occasionally stream over there, and or if this channel is busy. Follow me on Twitter so you know when I'm streaming, what I'm streaming. If you have questions and you want to ask me about them, you want me to show a particular game, that's what you want to do, you want to let me know over there, hey, this is what I want to see. Or even if you have questions outside of my streams and you want me to try and answer them, I will do that. If you want to check out my past shows, head on over to my YouTube channel. I usually highlight and send everything over there as gameplay, just like you've seen it here. It's going to be over there. I don't modify or edit anything. That's just not what I do. You get it the way you've seen it played here on the channel. So, thanks for coming out, hanging with me. For those of you that are here about WildStar, if you're looking for my WildStar guides to get you started, you can head over to wildstarfans.net and check out all my guides there, and I'll tell you all about WildStar before you ever have to play it. So anyway, you guys all have a great day. Thanks for hanging with me, and we'll see you again really soon.